When we talk about what genuinely fuels economic growth and impact here in America, our minds often jump straight to Silicon Valley or maybe the big banks on Wall Street. But what if the true engines of progress are, well, closer to home? Maybe forces often overlooked, but actually incredibly powerful. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive. We're looking into the profound influence of Black-owned businesses. And this isn't just about statistics, it's
Right.
about uncovering the innovation, the job creation, the sheer entrepreneurial grit that's shaping the U.S. economy in some really fundamental ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And for this deep dive, we've pulled some critical insights from giants of Black enterprise, America's top businesses.
Mhm.
Our mission here is pretty clear. We want to extract the most important sort of nuggets of knowledge about the top 5 Black-owned businesses in America, ranked by revenue. We'll explore the visionaries behind them, look at their financials, the scale of their workforces, and where they're headed in the future. And importantly, see how they're actively building a more inclusive economic landscape.
And when we talk about vital forces, the numbers, well, they really speak for themselves. The U.S. Census Bureau reported nearly 195,000 Black-owned employer firms back in 2022. But what's truly striking, I think, is the growth. That's a massive 56.9% jump in the number of firms just since 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, and these businesses, get this, collectively generated over $211 billion in revenue and employed 1.6 million workers.
And that momentum isn't just continuing, right? It feels like it's accelerating.
Yeah.
We're actually witnessing these companies not just grow, but really step up as significant leaders in their fields. They're pushing boundaries, setting new benchmarks.
So get ready for some genuine aha moments
Yeah.
today, because understanding these businesses, it offers a real shortcut to being, thoroughly well-informed about a crucial, really dynamic sector of our economy. And hey, if you're hungry for more great information like this, you should definitely check out Mind Expansion Daily. Seriously, visit the website. And while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe to Mind Expansion Daily to stay connected. You won't want to miss out. Okay, so let's unpack this. We're going to kick things off with a true titan, the largest Black-owned business in the U.S. by revenue, Worldwide Technology, or WWT, founded back in 1990 by David Stewart in St. Louis, Missouri.
David Stewart is, well, he's definitely a visionary. His background was in sales and marketing, but it wasn't just a stepping stone. It was like the blueprint for what he built. He grew WWT into this global technology solutions provider. They handle everything from IT infrastructure, cloud
Well,
services.
big stuff.
Right, the big stuff. Complex digital transformation projects for major corporations.
Mm.
What's really fascinating here, I think, is how he integrated this commitment to both innovation and diversity right from day one. It positioned WWT as a leader that isn't just good at tech, but, good for the industry.
And leadership definitely comes through in the numbers. WWT's revenue figures are just staggering. They reported $17 billion in annual revenue in 2023. $17 billion.
Mm.
That doesn't just make them the top Black-owned business. It puts them 23rd on Forbes' list of largest private U.S. companies overall.
Incredible.
That kind of financial muscle must mean a huge workforce too, right?
Absolutely. And that's really where their economic impact blossoms, you could say. They employ approximately 10,000 people worldwide. And there's a real laser focus on fostering a diverse, highly skilled workforce. Their annual payroll contributes significantly, supporting communities far beyond just St. Louis.
So looking ahead, WWT's future seems incredibly bright, especially with everyone scrambling for digital transformation and cybersecurity solutions. That demand is just accelerating. The global IT services market alone is projected to hit, $1.7 trillion by 2027?
Yeah, it's huge.
And WWT's deep expertise in areas like AI, cloud computing, data analytics, it just seems to position them perfectly for continued massive growth within that expanding market.
What I think really sets WWT apart in this booming IT market isn't just riding the wave, it's David Stewart's foresight. He locked in these strategic partnerships with tech titans like Cisco and Microsoft before a lot of others did.
Smart.
Yeah, this strategy basically embedded WWT into the core infrastructure of these industry giants. It makes them kind of indispensable. Now, sure, intense competition from companies like Accenture and IBM, that's always going to be a factor.
Sure.
But Stewart's approach, combined with continuous investment in employee training, it ensures WWT's adaptability. As of today, July 20th, 2025, they seem poised to expand their global footprint, maybe into Asia and Europe, while also continuing to advocate for greater diversity in tech.
Okay, so from scaling global tech, let's imagine building a regional empire out of something. Well, something as common as soda. Our next giant shows how even a familiar product can be a vehicle for immense entrepreneurial success and community impact. Let's talk about bottling success with Coca-Cola Beverages Florida, or Coke Florida. This company was founded much more recently, 2015, by Troy Taylor, a family-owned bottler.
Right, and Troy Taylor's background is absolutely foundational here. He was actually a former advisor to the Coca-Cola company itself
Oh, interesting.
and an executive at J.P. Morgan. So he leveraged that extensive expertise, that financial and industry know-how, to build what's now a distribution powerhouse. They operate across 47 counties in Florida, serving over 21 million consumers. Yeah, they handle everything, manufacturing, selling, distributing a huge range of Coca-Cola products. It's a massive undertaking for a regional player.
And it's clearly paid off. By December 2024, Coke Florida generated a pretty substantial $2 billion in annual revenue. That definitely cements its place as one of the largest Black-owned businesses in the country.
And beyond the revenue, it's the people. They employ over 5,000 associates. And there's a very strong focus on community engagement, local hiring within Florida. Their workforce supports everything from warehousing to merchandising, distribution, contributing significantly to the state's economic vitality.
So the outlook for Coke Florida seems pretty robust, largely fueled by, well, the enduring popularity of Coke brands and also the growing demand for non-alcoholic beverages in general. The U.S. soft drink market is expected to grow at, a 5.2% compound annual growth rate through 2030, driven, interestingly, by consumers shifting towards health-conscious stuff like zero sugar options, functional beverages.
Yeah, that's a key consideration. While they definitely face challenges like rising production costs and, competition from smaller niche beverage brands, Taylor's strategic focus on sustainability and innovation, things like eco-friendly packaging, that's going to be crucial.
Right. It's not just good PR.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These initiatives don't just strengthen their market position, they resonate with modern consumer values.
Yeah.
So Coke Florida looks set to expand its product portfolio, expand its community initiatives, really reinforcing its role as a regional economic driver.
Okay, shifting gears a bit now, let's talk about a workforce solutions leader, one that began with just $1,500 in savings. Incredible story. Actone Group, founded way back in 1978 by Janice Bryant Howroyd.
Janice Bryant Howroyd is, well, she's truly remarkable, often cited, and rightly so, as the first African-American woman to build a billion-dollar business. Actone provides this comprehensive suite of services: staffing, workforce management, procurement solutions. And they operate across an impressive 33 countries, serving Fortune 500 companies, government agencies. She wasn't just building a staffing company. She was building a model of how to achieve scale through diversity. It was baked in from the start.
And the scale is clear. Actone Group's annual revenue hit approximately $1 billion in 2024, reflecting that global reach, that incredibly diverse client base.
And think about the employment impact. The company directly employs over 2,800 staff, but it also supports 17,000 clients and places thousands, maybe tens of thousands, of temporary workers annually. Their payroll, their operational scale, it underscores a significant economic impact across huge industries like technology, entertainment, government. It's just a vast ecosystem.
And the global staffing industry itself is projected to grow massively, right, to maybe $650 billion by 2030. Actone seems incredibly well-positioned to capitalize on this trend, especially with its personalized, tech-driven solutions.
Exactly. And Howroyd's foundational emphasis on diversity and inclusion.
Yeah.
It isn't just, aligning with current demands. It's actually a core strategic advantage. It's made Actone indispensable to companies that are genuinely looking to diversify their talent pools.
Makes sense.
Now, sure, there are challenges from gig economy platforms, Upwork, Fiverr, those kinds of things, and the increasing role of automation in staffing processes.
Right, AI is changing everything.
It is. But Actone's investment in AI-driven recruitment tools and their continued global expansion into emerging markets, that should certainly drive future growth. Their commitment to innovation and also social impact really ensures their continued leadership, even as they navigate economic fluctuations and tricky regulatory changes in global labor markets.
Okay, next up, let's talk about a company that's quite literally feeding communities. Thompson Hospitality. Founded in 1992 by Warren Thompson, it quickly became the largest Black-owned food service and hospitality company in the U.S.
Yeah, Warren Thompson, he's a veteran of the hospitality industry. He built this company on these core pillars of quality service and, importantly, deep community engagement. They provide dining services for universities, corporations, healthcare facilities.
Big contracts.
Big contracts.
Yeah.
And they also operate a portfolio of popular restaurants, including the the well-known Matchbox chain.
Right, I know Matchbox. So Thompson Hospitality generates around $800 million in annual revenue, a testament to those extensive contracts and widespread restaurant operations.
And employment-wise, the company has around 6,000 people, with a strong, really intentional focus on creating opportunities in underserved communities. Their workforce spans everything: culinary, management, various service roles. It's really solidified their reputation as a truly community-focused employer.
And the U.S. food service industry overall is expected to grow huge, right? Like $1.2 trillion by 2030, driven by demand for contract dining and sustainable practices.
Exactly.
So Thompson Hospitality's established partnerships with educational corporate clients, it positions them very well for continued expansion, particularly in urban markets, I'd imagine.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, yes, they face challenges. Labor shortages are tough in hospitality, rising food costs.
Yeah, definitely.
But Thompson's strategic focus on, say, locally sourced ingredients and those diversity initiatives, it kind of serves a dual purpose. It not only bolsters their appeal to clients, but it also helps them navigate and maybe overcome some of those hurdles. The company seems likely to pursue new contracts, maybe new restaurant ventures, strengthening its footprint while addressing those economic pressures through, operational efficiency and community loyalty.
Okay, finally, let's turn to the world of automotive excellence with Bridgewater Interiors. This company was founded in 1998 by Ronald E. Hall Sr. right there in Detroit, the heart of the industry.
Yeah, Bridgewater Interiors has truly carved out a leadership position as an automotive supplier. They specialize in seating systems, interior components, crucial stuff for major manufacturers like Ford and General Motors. They've grown into one of the largest minority-owned suppliers in the entire automotive industry, consistently emphasizing quality, innovation in their products.
And the numbers back that up. Bridgewater Interiors reported an impressive $2 billion in annual revenue in 2023. That reflects its critical role, its deep integration within those automotive supply chains.
Definitely. And employment. The company has approximately 5,000 workers across its manufacturing facilities, supporting high-skilled jobs, primarily in Michigan, but other key regions too. Their payroll, their operations contribute significantly to local economies, especially, like you said, in the heart of the auto industry.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for Bridgewater, I think. The whole auto industry is undergoing this massive transformation, the rapid rise of electric vehicles, EVs, and this big push towards more sustainable manufacturing.
Check, chefs.
Huge. And Bridgewater's expertise is in lightweight, durable components. That seems to align perfectly with these seismic shifts. It positions it for significant growth in a market projected to reach, what is it, $3.8 trillion by 2030? Just enormous.
It is. And a striking aspect here is that, despite challenges like supply chain disruptions, which have hit autos hard,
For sure.
and intense global competition, Hull's focus on innovation, like developing eco-friendly materials and maintaining those strategic partnerships with automakers, that's going to be crucial for future success. Bridgewater seems poised to expand its EV component production, even as it has to navigate, ongoing economic uncertainties and these really rapid technological shifts in the industry.
Okay, so after hearing about these incredible successes, Worldwide Technology, Coke Florida, Actone, Thompson, Bridgewater, what does this all mean for the broader landscape of Black-owned businesses? Because despite the tremendous achievements we've just highlighted, these companies and, many others still navigate some serious systemic barriers.
That's such a crucial point. A 2024 Lendio report, for example, revealed that 47% of Black business owners are denied loans. Compare that to just 28% of white-owned startups.
Wow, that's a big gap.
It's a huge gap, and it significantly limits growth opportunities right from the very start. Access to mentorship, access to vital networks, that's also demonstrably lower. Only about 12.6% of Black entrepreneurs gain experience from family businesses versus 23.3% of white owners. And that impacts everything.
Okay.
From initial funding to long-term strategic guidance.
And you mentioned industry concentration, too. Sectors like healthcare and social assistance, while vital, dominate Black-owned businesses, about 25.6% of firms. But these can often be sort of lower revenue industries that can constrain overall scalability, the ability to reinvest for that kind of massive growth we saw in the top 5.
But, and this is the important but, if we connect this to the bigger picture, opportunities really do abound. What's driving this? Well, look at the graph again. Black-owned firms grew by that astonishing 56.9% from 2017 to 2022, outpacing other groups.
Right.
Revenue up 65.7%. Payroll up a whopping 69.5%. That's a clear upward trajectory.
So that leads to the question, what's fueling this incredible surge then, despite the barriers?
Well, several things. Government initiatives, like the Biden administration's investments in minority businesses.
Hmm.
Those are providing critical funding avenues. And also corporate pledges made, post-2020 after the racial justice protests. They're channeling funds too.
Yeah.
There seems to be a concerted effort, at least starting, to close some of those historical gaps.
Okay.
And geographically, we're seeing certain metro areas, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Austin, even emerge as truly vibrant hubs for Black entrepreneurship. They're offering more supportive ecosystems for growth, for investment, for networking.
Right. So, okay, to summarize them, these top 5 Black-owned businesses we talked about, Worldwide Technology, Coca-Cola Beverages Florida, Actone Group, Thompson Hospitality, and Bridgewater Interiors, they're really prime examples of incredible resilience and innovation.
They absolutely are. These companies aren't just, generating billions in revenue. They're employing thousands and thousands of people across incredibly diverse sectors. Their founders, David Stewart, Troy Taylor, Janice Bryant Howroyd, Warren Thompson, Ronald E. Hall Sr. They've truly built empires that stand as a real inspiration.
And their outlook, as of today, July 20th, 2025, remains incredibly strong, fueled by current market trends, astute strategic vision, though we have to recognize challenges like funding access, intense competition, those will always persist for businesses of any size, of any background.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to consider is this. These companies don't just drive economic growth. They kind of redefine what's possible. They're paving the way for future Black entrepreneurs to innovate and thrive.
So, inspired by these trailblazers, we want to challenge you. Leave a comment. Do you agree or disagree with this summary of the topic? How do you think we as a society can best support Black-owned businesses and amplify their impact even further? Let us know. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to Mind Expansion Daily. Keep the conversation going. Stay informed with us. Oh, and you'll also find a Support Black Businesses guide in the description if you want to learn more about how to shop intentionally and make a difference.